Hi, my name is Natalia Perez, and I did my senior project on learning how to play the keyboard. So, first and foremost, before we dive into all that good stuff about my senior project, I would first like to introduce myself a little bit and let you know the type of person that I am. First and foremost, I really love reading, especially horror books or biographies. Stephen King, such a favorite of mine. Romance, not so much. It's always been kind of a hit or miss for me. I think they're too corny. I just don't really like them that much. I really like to travel, visit new countries, new cities, you name it. I think that this world is really, really big, and we genuinely tend to forget how big it is sometimes, and there's just so much to explore out there. I really adore music, which would make sense on why I chose a specific topic for my senior project. I like learning new languages. At the moment, I only know 2, but I do hope to learn a good 3 or 4 in the future. I really, really like communicating with people and just learning about their cultures and traveling the world, really. Last but not least, I get things done the right way. I've always been taught that you shouldn't just get the job done, you should get it done efficiently and correctly. So, yeah, I'm a very hard worker. Senior project overview. So for my senior project, I decided to learn how to play the keyboard in order to help mentally ill teens. I learned how to play 2 songs, which were Viva La Vida by Coldplay, one of my favorite bands, me and Sebastian's theme song from La La Land. I ended up publishing both of these songs on the YouTube app for free so that anybody could listen to my songs. I'm hoping, right, specifically mentally ill teenagers, but anybody really. So, planning. I actually ended up researching what kind of piano music affected the brain positively, which ended up being classical and intermediate piano music. And that really shocked me. I don't know what I expected to find, but it just, I don't know, I did not expect those specific type of piano songs to come up. I also made sure to obtain a keyboard from Amazon. I downloaded apps that could help me learn, which were Simply Piano, very, very popular app, and the YouTube app, of course, free, very helpful. And I also ended up asking for tips from my best friend Emily, who knows how to play the piano. So thanks to her, I really got the job done. The reason why I chose this specific project is mainly because I've always wanted to be that person that says that I can learn that I know how to play the piano. I always thought it was really cool to, really ask someone, what instruments do you play? Oh, I know how to play the piano or the keyboard, I've always thought that was really cool. So now I can sort of say that, right? I think it's really cool. I also knew it would be really challenging. And I've always liked to learn new stuff. I've never liked to stay in one specific spot. I like to feel uncomfortable at times, just because it makes me feel like I am growing as a person. Classical music tends to help not just teens, not just teens and their brains, but adults as well. Right? I think it's really amusing how music in general really impacts the brain and really influences us positively or negatively, right? Because not all music is good for the brain. But yeah, just that last part is something I really want you to take for my senior project. That's something I really want you to remember, right? And my project details. The place where my project took place at. My one and only room, right here, right, lovely. My little, not so little window, and the keyboard, 61 key piano, my little bench. I'll be quite honest with you, wasn't the most comfortable, but hey, got the job done. My TV, my little nightstand, my lamp right here. Fun fact, anytime I would feel like quitting or just walking away, I would actually look up. Oh, sorry about that. I would look up outside my window and I would see a bunch of airplanes flying by. And I've always wanted to travel the world. So anytime I would look up, I would just imagine myself in an airplane flying across the world. And I would think to myself, hey, in order to get this done, in order to travel the world. You have to get this done. So that's really what pushed me, and thank God I thought of that, because it really, really helped me push through. The two main people that helped me get this project done, I mean, there's more than just two people, right? There's a lot of people, and we'll get to that later. But it was mostly my mother who played a huge role in this project, as well as my best friend Emily. My mother, who signed all my volunteering hours and told me to keep pushing, and that I was almost there, and thanks to her I got it done. My best friend Emily, who knows how to play the piano and gave me a bunch of tips on becoming a better pianist. In total, I completed a good 22 hours on this project, and really took a lot of time and a lot of patience. I will say that this took a lot of discipline and a lot of patience, which is something I tend to struggle a lot, but I hope that I can improve with it in the future. And here are some of my project pictures that I took. Some practicing. This is Viva La Vida on the YouTube app. Me and Sebastian's theme song as well. And you can see here little sticky notes that I stuck right onto the keys because I wanted it to help me guide on which keys came next, right? You can see right here that they have a bunch of numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, etc. It really, really helped me get the songs down. This is the bench that I used, and then I mentioned earlier that it wasn't the most comfortable thing, but hey, got the job done, so that's good enough. These are some of the YouTube links for both of the songs that I uploaded. And this is my brochure that I created as well as part of my senior project. More project pictures, me and Sebastian's theme song on YouTube. That's me right there. This was me trying to get Viva La Vida recorded and posted on YouTube, and I will get more into that. I look kind of exhausted in this picture. I will get more into that later. It was a journey trying to get this song uploaded. This is a tripod that I used to take pictures. My mother also helped take some pictures, but this is also what I used partly, and I used this to also help me upload my videos. So overall, what I learned how to create music, right, on digital piano / keyboard, and I also learned how to multitask by reading notes off of my iPad, which I will say right now, reading music, I'll be quite honest with you, is one of the hardest things that I think I've ever had to try, especially when it comes to piano / keyboarding. It is, wow, it's really, really challenging, and it takes a lot of multitasking, so props to a lot of people that really take their time to really learn these songs and, post them and just learn them really a lot of time. And not some fun fact, how I mentioned earlier that Viva La Vida was kind of a struggle for me to upload. It took me actually a good 5 times to get the video recorded, really, because the first 4 times, for some reason, my phone decided that it was a great idea to stop recording mid-session. So I unfortunately did not notice this until the 5th time, which was really unfortunate. So it took me a good hour and a half to really even record myself, and another 30 minutes to actually upload the video onto YouTube. So it was a good 2 hours, and boy was I done. It was not a good day for me, but hey, I got it done. So will I seek an experience like this in the future? Yes, I definitely will. I've always wanted to learn how to play the drums or the guitar. Another fun fact, actually, before I decided to do my senior project on learning how to play the piano, I really wanted to play the drums, but my mother did say that it was a little too loud for our neighbors, and yeah, it was just not going to work out, so I just ended up going with the keyboard. And the acoustic guitar has always been an interest of mine, so who knows? I really do hope that I, expand my options in the future. And next steps, I mentioned earlier that I really wanted to travel the world, so it would make sense if I worked for an airline, right? It makes so much sense. It's either between Delta or Alaska Airlines. I haven't quite decided yet. But as of right now, I'm leaning a lot towards Delta, just because of that, that first class. I mean, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's really, really beautiful. And if I do end up working for them, as a position that I want, as a remote reservationist agent, which is someone that helps customers, answers their questions regarding the airline, or helps them, with questions about their flight, And the best part about this is it's remote, right? It's from home, and I get to travel, and I get the benefits of flying in first class for free for both airlines. So I think it's really, really amazing, and I've always wanted to travel the world, so it's such a good opportunity to me. Conclusion. So even though this project was really, really hard for me, I did have a lot of fun, and I really do hope to pursue other projects like this in the future. I really hope that I continue to play the keyboard, and hopefully I'll move on to the piano, to an actual piano next. Maybe I'll become that good, and then I'll create more songs, more challenging songs, and maybe post them on YouTube. We'll see about that. And I don't expect the whole world to see my project, but even if a few people see it, or even just one person sees it and it helps them in some way, then I know that I got the job done, and I did what I wanted to do. So yeah. And at this time of the presentation, I would really like to take my time and thank all the people that really helped me get the project done. There's a lot more people, right? But these are just really the main people. First and foremost, Mrs. Little, thank you so much for answering my questions. I know that I bombarded you with a bunch of questions towards the end. So thank you so much, really. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being so kind. And if it wasn't for you, I would have not gotten this project done. So thank you so much. Mr. Stuffle, my advisory teacher, for always pushing me to do my best, always checking in on me and telling me that I have to get this assignment done. Thank you so much, Mr. Stuffle. Mrs. Lesh, my counselor, who I'm always bombarding with questions as well, but she's very, very sweet about it, and she's always answering my questions and helping me out as well. My mother, who has always believed in me since I was born and has always seen some potential that I've never really seen, so thank you, Mom. My best friend, Emily, who's always been there for me and told me to keep pushing when things got hard. I really appreciate you for that. And overall, I really want to just thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun creating this, and I really do hope to seek new opportunities like this in the future. And just to wrap it all up completely, this is my Works Cited page. So, yeah, thank you so much.